So I'm super excited. We touched on it a little bit. Chad, would you like to tell everyone about our character concept today?
You bet. Our character concept for today is Rubblemuck Ug'draang, and he is a kobold bard slash cleric that we talked about earlier.
All right.
He stands just over 3 feet tall, and he wears robes that are a little bit too big for him. And around his neck is a large necklace with a hand carving of Curdlemac on it, and he has a long snout, longer than usual, and it ends with 2 broken fangs. I'm a dentist, so I always have to describe teeth some way. I decided just give him broken teeth, maybe in the fight from when his tribe kicked him out. Who knows? He is a fanatical supporter of Curdlemac since he found that egg, and he's a self-proclaimed prophet. He carries himself as an elite and expects people to be impressed by him. He's obsessed with his god, and he left his home in search of a quiet place he could play his drums, and in his travels he came across a hidden haven with this egg, and he searched further inside, and he came across this giant egg, which he was astonished and surmised that it must be the egg of his god Curdlemac. And so he decided if he was led to find this, he must be a chosen prophet of Curdlemac, and he's convinced a bunch of other kobolds to follow him. So he's the cult leader. His sole interest in completing his task is digging and releasing Curdlemac from below. And he's always been a different kind of kobold. He doesn't really want to cause trouble, but he just wants to find his god, and he's willing to do what it takes to help him finish that quest.
Yeah.
Are you okay, Brandon?
No, I'm not.
What is going on over here?
Every time he says Curdlemac, I think about someone making mac and cheese with old milk.
Well, that's how he smells.
What's that smell? I've told you not to speak of that to me. I really like this character concept. I thought it was a nice monster that I think it would be interesting to toss into a game that the players stumble upon but aren't really out to get. And then having this character try to recruit the player characters to join and follow the great Curdlemac and cheese, apparently.
Right.
This is a character concept, not a monster.
Yeah.
Well, in his book, it's a monster.
Okay, fine.
I just flashed back to one time we were camping out when I was a kid. We're on vacation, and I'm like, "Mom, the mac and cheese Dad made tastes disgusting." She's like, "Ian, don't be mean. Your dad spent all this time cooking together." She takes a spoonful, eats it. Good Lord, this tastes terrible.
That's how all my cooking is.
I'm like, just the fact, like, you gave me grief for saying it tastes bad, and then you loudly.
It's so weird how you and Alicia are polar opposites in cooking.
What?
You and Alicia are polar opposites with cooking.
I don't know what you're
Who's the
talking
cooker? Do you cook?
She
about. I
cooks.
do all the cooking.
Oh,
Okay.
No, it's his wife.
Yeah,
does.
look at that. Threw you guys off, didn't I? She'll tell you. I do most of the
Great.
cooking. But she's the baker. She likes to bake. She not.
uh-huh.
She says not all of it, just most.
Uh-huh.
All right, so I think this is a fun character concept or NPC concept. For those of you who don't know, our character concept can be NPC or PC. That's why we try to leave them versatile. And I think this would be a fun character who's got this thing on his egg. He's trying to get the hatch, I guess, playing his drums. I don't know. You didn't know that?
I spent this whole time on this show thinking that it was just a straight up character concept. I didn't think about using any of them as NPCs. I should probably start doing it now.
Yeah, I made NPC stat blocks for him, and there's a couple others.
Uh-huh.
One's for like in town, and one's for out in the. I tried to make it kind of where you could plug one in wherever you happen to be, but he's an NPC.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Definitely seems like a fun one.
Yeah. All right. That'll do it for our character concept. Rubblemuck Ug'draang.
I think it can be argued that you made animal.
What is this egg?
I guess.
Egg
Yeah.
of my god, Curdlemac.
A little less furry
Got it.
version.
I still like the idea of it hatching and like, quit that damn racket.
Dude, that is clever. That is really good.
Shut the fuck up.
And then he just has like anytime something beats or smacks, he just like it gets irritated.